Swimming is now a big feature in Prehistoric Kingdom, but what new animals could take advantage of this new feature? We know there's plenty of concept art that can tease us with future animals, but this is our top 10 semi-aquatic animals that we want to see in Prehistoric Kingdom. Number 1 is BEELZEBUFO, the Hell Toad. We've all seen this on Prehistoric Planet and it is a fan favourite. We'd love to see this come to Prehistoric Kingdom, to see him wallowing in the swamps, and maybe when hunting comes in, see him eat a few small dinosaurs perhaps. Number 2 is an absolute must. This is DEINOSUCHUS or SARCOSUCHUS. Now, what I think Prehistoric Kingdom should do with these giant prehistoric crocodilians is make 3 skins with different species. Maybe DEINOSUCHUS as one, SARCOSUCHUS as another, and a third, maybe less known crocodilian, such as Purosaurus, which is a huge crocodile with a really big fat face. Rather than having a narrow snout, its face is really wide and big. Crocodiles are such an amazing animal, and these prehistoric giants, to see them in Prehistoric Kingdom swimming in our rivers and lakes in the park would be absolutely fantastic. And when hunting comes in, I'd love to see one of the crocodiles waiting at the bottom of a river, just like the river crossing, waiting for a big dinosaur such as an Tyrannosaur or maybe an iguanodon, and leaping out of the water and grabbing it, tearing it apart in the water. Fantastic scenes. Number 3 is the CASTEROIDE, also known as the giant beaver. You might recognise these creatures from Ark Survival Evolved, and they're absolutely huge. As you can see on screen, on the right there is the modern day beaver, and on the left is the CASTEROIDE, aka the giant beaver. Now, beavers are well known for living in swamps and making dams. I think this would be a perfect opportunity for Prehistoric Kingdom to make a bit of a different dynamic to the game. Could you imagine the beavers building a dam in the enclosure that you build for them and perhaps flooding it, or all the water pouring over the sides onto the path and all the guests getting mud and water on their shoes and the whole park floods? This could add an element in challenge mode. You could click on the beaver's dam perhaps, and it gives a rating of the risk factor, whether the dam is at risk of flooding the enclosure or whether it's safe. I think that'd be a really good idea. Number 4 is KOLPONOMOS, known as the otter bear. This creature is essentially an otter crossed with a bear. It lived approximately 20 million years ago during the Miocene epoch. It had a downturned snout and broad, heavy molars, suited for a diet of hard-shelled marine invertebrates, very similar to the modern-day otter, but the main difference being that KOLPONOMOS is much bigger. Number 5. Now, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce this name because I have no idea how to pronounce it. If you do, let us know in the comments down below, breaking down how to pronounce this creature. But this is a synapsid, and it's essentially a prehistoric hippopotamus. This creature could grow up to 12 feet long, and looking at its bones we can tell that this creature spent both time on land and in water. This huge bulky creature reminds me a bit of a manatee or a hippo. I think there is room in Prehistoric Kingdom for a creature to wallow around in the swamps and lakes. Number 6 is KOOLOSUCHUS, a primitive amphibian that lived approximately 125 million years ago. It measured up to 5 meters in length and weighed around 500 kilograms. Its wide, round head featured tabular horns projecting from the back of the skull. The skull itself was 26 inches long. This was a very big primitive amphibian. Number 7 is HESPERORNIS. We've seen this in Prehistoric Planet, in the scene where they're diving down trying to catch the fish. It's a flightless aquatic bird, and it measured approximately 1.5 to 2 meters in length and weighed around 10 kilograms. Unlike most birds, it had virtually no wings and relied on its powerful hind legs for swimming. Its teeth were uniquely designed for catching fish. They weren't individual sockets, but sat in a longitudinal groove along the lower jaw, and this made it easier for Hesperornis to catch fish. This creature would be a really good addition to Prehistoric Kingdom once semi-aquatic and fully aquatic animals start coming to the game. Can you imagine having a river or a lake in your park, and these birds can swim on the top and dive down hunting fish, and beneath your river or your lake or even your ocean, if you want to, you can have your bigger creatures. But the Hesperornis really adds more life to the game, having these birds potentially on the surface of the water. At number 8 we have the Titan boa, a huge extinct genus of giant snake. This lived during the Paleocene period and was first discovered in northeastern Colombia. This gigantic snake could grow up to 12 meters long, and some of the larger specimens can even reach 14 meters and weigh around 700 to 1100 kilograms. That is one big snake. It is believed that this monster could take on dinosaurs, just as we see today with giant anacondas constricting around deer and other animals. The Titan boa may have done this with the likes of SARCOSUCHUS, DEINOSUCHUS and large dinosaurs. I don't know what it is about this creature, but it really does give me shivers down my spine to think about it. But it would be awesome if Prehistoric Kingdom could bring this to life. Number 9 is Stupendemys. This is an extinct genus of freshwater turtle. Its shell measured 2 meters in length. These massive turtles lived in northern South America during the late Miocene to the very start of the Pliocene, approximately 6 to 5 million years ago. Male specimens even sported bony horns growing from the edges of their shells, and the discovery of a fossilized young adult revealed that the shell flattened with age. It reminds me of a terrapin, if you like, but this is a very, very big terrapin. And its name is broken down into stupendous, which is the Latin word for extremely impressive, and emys, which means freshwater turtle. So this is an extremely impressive freshwater turtle. Number 10, AMBULOCETUS, also known as the walking whale. I mentioned this creature in our mammals video, but this is a perfect animal for semi-aquatics, as this is a mammalian-like crocodile. This early whale inhabited the Indian subcontinent during the Eocene, living in tropical rainforests and coastal mangroves. It's likely that it behaved similar to that of a crocodile. It had a narrow, streamlined body and a long, broad snout and eyes positioned at the top of its head. This mammalian-like crocodile would likely ambush large mammals near the water's surface and use its powerful jaws to capture and subdue its prey. So there we have it, that's our top 10 semi-aquatic animals we'd like to see come to Prehistoric Kingdom. But have we missed any? Let us know down in the comments which prehistoric creatures you'd like to see come to Prehistoric Kingdom. Our next video will be our top 10 creatures that are fully aquatic. If you have any ideas for that video, drop them down in the comments below. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video.